Okay.
Hello, and thank you to our viewers for joining us. Today, we're going to bring you two of the world's greatest kept secrets. And we're going to start with you, Carlos. Will you tell us a little bit about you?
Well, thank you so much for having me here, Sonia. I am a tennis coach currently at the university collegiate level. I have been a professional coach before. I also played professionally, and before that, grew up in my country of origin. I'm from Colombia. I grew up there playing the juniors and competing since I was a child, and that's how I ended up coming to the U.S. So yeah, I'm very grateful to the sport and very grateful for the opportunities that I have gotten.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. And so tell me, Carlos, what has attracted you to do soul work?
I feel it's been a beautiful journey. The soul work. I mean, before I started working with you, Sonia, I have always had felt the quest that there's something beyond our material appearance, or what happens in the material level, and I feel that our soul is much bigger, our consciousness is much bigger than our current reality. So I am grateful that I have felt that I have fallen in alignment with people like you who have expanded my awareness and allowed me to just beautifully give me the technologies and the information to be able to empower myself and grow from the experience of our encounters of meeting and connecting on a consistent basis. So yeah, what has brought me is just that quench, that thirst that I have to quench, to be able to liberate myself, and by liberating myself, be able to liberate others. And that has allowed me to realize that my presence is my biggest gift to to the divine back, but also to the people that I encounter on a daily basis.
Mm, beautiful. So let's talk a little bit now about all the work that we've done together. And I know you were on the spiritual quest before you connected with me as well. So if you want to bring any of that in as well, I just want to share a little of that. And then if you want to, and then about what we've done together and has it worked? What's changed in your life as a result of doing this work?
Yeah, what I honestly like, I've done. I mean, since I was a kid, I had read some things about different. I mean, soul, different information about how the soul works, how our presence on Earth, different interpretations of Earth, and different religions, different yeah, uh, doctrines. But what I love about working with you, I remember working on a weekly Wednesday call where we were having beautiful transmission, the transmission of one at a time. And I remember when I got that sensation, it was like a beautiful sense of deep meditation, because I have practiced meditation for a while, but a deep meditation where you come out and you feel like you're renewed. And it was like what I told you before. It felt like having a massage, an internal massage in your soul. I mean, it felt like everything was aligned, and that to me it was just a powerful uh, awareness to be able to continue. I was very intrigued by that work, and I'm very grateful to you. And I realized that I wanted to continue, and I remember we did the soul, the I'm trying to remember the name because
Adventure to
it
your
was
self mastery.
was adventure to self mastery. Thank you. And now we're doing adventure to legacy, and also we did a lot of one-on-one connections, like lessons. I'm grateful for every time I connect with you. I'm very grateful because it's always a step, a different way to come about getting to know our expansive nature, and the fact that we're light and information, and really feels when we're able to connect at that level. When you create those transmissions, and when you create that connection, it feels like we are hacking, bypassing the mind and bypassing the systems, and we're going straight into the soul, where we can really make the real connections. And I just felt what it has done for me. This work has done for me is just realize my presence in the world, and realize that a stronger root. I feel a lot more rooted. I mean, if I'm rooted, I'm able to realize that everything that's happening outside myself is a reflection of myself, but also everything I can handle, because I feel rooted. I feel centered. I feel grateful. I feel connected to the higher force that goes beyond the material. So So yeah, I mean, it's been a beautiful awareness to be able to amalgamate, to consolidate that information that I had read a lot, but I didn't really feel before connecting with you. So I'm truly grateful. I'm very committed to continue my process. So yeah, no, whatever it may lead.
Yeah. And just so we know for our viewers' sake, you did the soul language identification session. We actually did several of those in your soul coaching package that we were doing alongside the Adventure to Your Self Mastery, where we identified not only your personal soul languages, those three core energies of you, peacemaker, we share in common,
Yes,
and rainmaker and realist, your soul
yes.
languages. And they really had to speak a bit about soul language and having your soul languages and how that's worked for you.
Oh my gosh, and thank you so much for helping me structure my thoughts on that. But what it allowed me to do was figure out that why is it that some situations in my past life, since I was a kid, I acted certain ways. Why did I have the inclinations to make some decisions, to make some choices that led me certain way? And I realized it was because of my soul languages. Why is it that I view the world in a certain manner? And more important, what it allows me to see now is how is it that my current reality is being filtered by my languages. My it's like my flavor. What flavors do I bring into life? And it's like the way I see the languages is like we have soul language lenses, and we see the life through those lenses. So it's beautiful because that kind of what is helping me align with is how can I align my current decisions with those languages, but also what kind of focus am I going to bring into my future creations. So I know that if I want to create peaceful environments, I want to create peaceful environments where people are able to feel noticed, and are able to feel that they can grow from being in that environment. For example, that's one of my soul languages that I think I know that's aligned with my peacemaker. I want a world where there's equality. I want like I talked earlier, there's empowerment to everybody that goes into my presence. Like I want them to feel empowered. But I know that those inclinations come from the soul languages that I have. So it's been a beautiful and powerful experience to just know. I mean, I feel that before we try to create something, we have to be able to know where our root is. Once we're rooted fully, then the tree can grow very high, and we can be actually a more flexible tree if we have stronger roots. So yeah, to me the work is beautiful and amazing because you can literally have different languages for different situations, even for your business, even for the way you interact in your marriage. Everything can have languages because the way I understand that we're vibrating in different situations. So we can literally have different languages that which expresses itself through those vibrations. A great awareness that is helping me, that has empowered me to better be able to grasp and deal with pressures that I deal with on a daily basis.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. They help navigate as a whole, right? And those
Thank
other
you.
languages, the sacred partnership with your money or sacred partnership with another person, sacred partnership with divine. There are those three core energies that are within those particular relationships, right? So when you and I come together, there's a third energy that is us, right? There's you and your money. There's a third energy there that is your relationship of that money and how you would navigate through that. So that's what those sacred partnership um, soul language IDs are all about, just so our audience has a clearer awareness around that. Tell us a little bit about your experience through Adventure to Your Self Mastery.
Yes, I mean that allowed me to just get to know myself better. To like we're talking about like how I operate in different situations. Also, we had a lot of one-on-one sessions where I was able to honestly like figure out like information, like wisdom that was deep rooted, that was coming sometimes from, I mean, amazing places, like channelings that we were getting wisdoms that were being downloaded, and it's beautiful to realize that we as humans, we all have that technology inside of us. And it also allowed me to realize that where my heart, with a heart open, we can have a full heart. So when, I mean, having a, like, connecting to my different energy centers, connecting to those places where my body wants to talk and my body wants to connect to the universe. I mean, I stopped, like, my what I got from the adventures to the self mastery was the fact that the body talks the way it wants to talk, and we get to listen. And it's beautiful because sometimes your heart talks it experiences the world in a different way. Your throat may experience it in a different way, but if we get to listen, we can get powerful messages from each part of our body, and also from places outside our body in the universe. So I'm just very grateful. I'm like, I really uh, invite the audience to experience your information and your technology with an open heart and an open mind, because anything is possible. And once we get that mindset out there, where that we're flexible, we're open vessels, then we're gonna be surprised by the beauty of the universe, because we have more ways to communicate than just the senses that we currently have.
Yes. Yes. And I just want to say into this as well. You channeled in some very high consciousness through your soul, through our soul coaching sessions. That was pretty amazing for us both to experience. And one of the things that people find often with me and us both being peacemaker, there's so much energy of peace that is with us when we come together. It allows a lot of safety to reach to even higher levels of consciousness that that you allowed to come through those sessions. So thank you for that, and knowing that. And if you feel comfortable with naming the names that you know who that was coming through, and if you'd rather not have that here, that's okay too.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, I don't remember much, and also, like, but I remember that it comes down to unity and to divinity, and realizing that we're one energy, and we get to love one another the way we love our most beloved possession or person. I mean, like, really, we're children of the divine, and really, like, there's a lot of beauty in the world, and despite the what's going on right now in the world, we get to transcend that into a higher level of awareness, and that super consciousness is all is perfect. So I really invite. I mean, it's a challenge right now, but for us to go beyond polarity and go into oneness, and those
Yeah.
were the messages that were coming in. That yeah, everything is talking, everything is sending messages. The trees in the fields, everything. There, all of us are cheering for all of us. So we get to honor everything, and to be in presence and in full intention. Everything, every time we do something. If I'm gonna cut a tree to chop wood, I get to honor it for the value that it's bringing to me. I shouldn't just burn it without being grateful. If I'm gonna
Mm,
eat a piece of fish, I should be grateful for that piece of fish, because there's honor in the experience. Everything is carrying a story, so we get to honor those stories that the universe is bringing back to us. So yeah.
mm, beautiful. Thank you, Carlos. Always such a pleasure to be with you and to be with the wisdom that you pull through your soul to bring into this world. So tell the audience your soul's further expression into this world. What is your soul's dream that you're looking to bring forward?
Well, I have been in competition all my life, like I said earlier, but I remember talking to a friend of mine that is already transcended into the other dimensions. But he used to tell me it's tough for you because you're competitive, but you're in a competitive world, but you're wanting to connect with spirit. Way for me to give back to the sport, the people that I love, an environment where you still compete. Athleticism at first was meant to honor and exalt the spirit. So lately we have gone into separation. Athletics is all about competition and all about putting somebody down. Somebody feels exalted, the other person feels like dirt. I want to create a system of coaching where from an early age and actually where people go and get an experience through tennis, where I can teach them tennis very quickly because I already know how to do it from many years of experience and from coaching at many levels. So I can teach them tennis, but also I can instill concepts that go beyond the skill, beyond winning a match, with concepts of presence, concepts of positive attitude, positive well-being, and I want to create a space where you're learning tennis, but you also are doing different things. I envision a place where people are doing yoga in tennis retreats. They're doing massage. The kids are learning through cross training. They're learning a little bit of qigong or not jiu-jitsu, sorry, qigong or tai chi, and a little bit of the footwork that comes in boxing. But again, it's going to be a holistic environment where people use learning positive attitude, learning that sometimes not getting what you want and what you work for is meant to be that way. So uh, I want to be able to use athletics as a way to transcend and to gain in spirituality. So that's
Mm,
my vision for the future, and I know it because when I was playing my best tennis, when I was in the zone, I was able to become the observer. I was not thinking about winning or losing. I was just enjoying the experience. So I know that if, at an early age, with the right coaching, we can find beauty in everything. I also want to make it an all-inclusive place where kids who are not at this point don't have the means to get into a sport, they can actually get into a sport because you have other people who are willing to provide scholarships or provide an environment where we can have scholarships and we can change somebody's lives through sport. Because it did that for me. I mean, I was able to, thank God, to get educated in private schools when I was a kid and go to college and everything because of tennis. So I'm grateful for that. But I know if it happened for me, it can happen to many people. And to me, if I'm able to do that for like 1 or 10 or 20 people, and I know it's gonna be a lot, I think it's gonna be a small contribution, not from me, but from the world to the world. So that's the way I
mm,
envision this contribution.
beautiful. So if people want to get on board with you, they want to support your project of the court and bringing that into full fruition so that possibly their children, their family can come into this environment of the exaltation of an individual into their spiritual nature through the physical sport. How would they be able to get in touch with you?
My whole name is Carlos Alberto Drada at iCloud.com. Pretty simple. Carlos Alberto Drada at iCloud.com.
And that's C
Or
A
or they
R
can
L
also
O S. Hang on, I'm going to
thank
spell
you,
it out. C A
thank you.
R L O S ALBERTO DRADA at iCloud.com.
Correct. Yes. Or they can
Yeah.
also communicate with you, and yeah, I'll be grateful. But yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful project, and I'm hoping that it's gonna start. Some things are gonna start happening with this year. But yeah, I feel that even when it comes to creating tournaments for little kids, like right now, everything is about winning and losing, but not about the experience itself. So we get to experience
Mhm.
and realize that the beauty of life and the beauty of competition is the experience itself and the energy, the levels that are reached when people are maximizing their effort, not so much the result, because the result, eventually the result will take care of itself. But the beauty that's left behind is what really changes somebody's life.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And this is what we love to do. If you'd like to reach out to me, I can probably, my email is much easier. I am at soulformed.com. I am at SOULFORMED.com. And or you can simply go to soulformed.com to check out my information. And Carlos, thank you so much for bringing you and working forward with me, and lots of love and gratitude. And thank you to our audience. And we'd love to connect with you.
Sonia, always grateful, and thank you to the audience for listening. And I cannot stop recommending. Please do the work, whatever works best for you. It will be ideal if you work with Sonia, because I mean it's a beautiful tool and a beautiful way to connect with to yourself. Ultimately, there are no others, like one of the sages has said that before. We connect to ourselves, we are able to connect with others. And thank you.
Love and gratitude. Thank you.